You know you're all free to make your own choices.
Amen. I'll ride with you, Torreto. At least until we kill that son of a bitch.
Would you ever come in
That
contact
and
with
give
Sean?
birth to some racers. Or
Who? Who?
Paul
Sean's
Walker.
dad or Paul?
No, Paul Walker's
racers.
he's never been on screen with Sean, right? Because he wasn't in 9.
no.
Is that when Sean comes
No,
back?
he has not been on screen with him.
Because I'm saying there's no there wouldn't be any like
I don't think.
he doesn't know who Sean is as far as like the series is concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's because it's not the same. It's not the same mom. All right. He ran off. He left Brian O'Connor, went somewhere else, had another kid, and then left because that's what he does. And
Hey.
he's got a kid in Japan. He left. He just keeps moving. Keeps it moving.
Could be very well. That could be it.
Side note, Johnny Chan's related. Johnny Tran was related as well. He's
Are we-
dead there too.
Yeah. And you're related. And you're related. Just Oprah. This
Everyone's
shit.
family.
Yeah.
Did we just find the Summers father of the Fast
Yes.
Furious universe?
Bruh.
Like
This is our
all these
Corsair.
O'Connors are actually Summers, and it's like, oh, you didn't know about your brother Alex O'Connor, and he's over there.
That's what I thought
Your
Brie
bro-
Larson was. I thought she was going to be an O'Connor.
Yeah, she could be, and we find
I
out that
think
she's.
That would be awesome if she were.
Oh, I forget she's in this next one. That's all right.
Yeah, I love this plan. We have Sean. What is Sean's last name? Do we know?
O'Connor. Duh.
But he has an alias because he's been placed like his dad made up new names whenever he went someplace else.
Yeah,
So it's
Sean
not-
Boswell.
there you go, Sean Boswell. So it's like
he really was not picking good names.
no,
No.
he
Yeah,
used the better
it's
one.
better than
Boswell.
Twinkie though. That's
Yeah.
what Bow Wow got. Bow Wow got Twinkie.
Yeah,
No
so
first name, no last name, just Twinkie.
That's all he
Hey,
needs.
they weren't even
Jesus
really trying
Christ.
during that
They
phase.
weren't. Finish your recap, Pat.
No, I'm ceding my time to you, please.
Oh, okay. All right. So where do we leave off with them? Oh, okay. Saying that she's
Family
pregnant.
just got bigger.
His family just got
Family
bigger.
big. Trying to think. What was it?
So I think
Uh,
this is the
go ahead.
part where they find out Reyes is like, oh, the chip leads to Reyes's money. Like all of this ties back to all of
Correct,
his sweet money, his money.
oh,
and
this is yeah. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say the reason why they decided to actually fuck with Reyes even more was because he finds out that they're gonna have a family and that Paul Walker is basically saying like, "Hey, we got to get out of this lifestyle." He's like, "All right, well, I got us one final job. We're gonna rob Reyes' money."
Also, you literally just got back into this lifestyle.
Well, we definitely gotta get out of it.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
Mia
gonna get
really
out.
should have like taken that pregnancy test earlier.
Could have helped.
Really could have.
Been more
Change some
sensible
Oh,
adult
no,
about
it's not
Yeah.
that because she knew before
Before they did the
met up,
heist.
before they met up with Vince. She knew, and like Vince's
Did she-
baby mama knew.
Did she know before they broke Dom out?
I don't that
Ooh,
part I
that's a
don't know.
good
We never see the test happen. We just know that she knows. She knew at some point in there. I don't know if she's like they broke him out and then she peed on a stick. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Like it was doing it while they're. Hold on, I gotta do this while we're doing this. Hold on.
She's driving.
Yeah,
There you go.
I multitask. It's fine.
So this is where they come up with the idea to rob him, and this is where they said that they need a team, and this is where we finally get everyone kind of showing up again. We get the mouth, which is apparently Tyrese. We
Okay.
get
Who canonically is like a brother to Brian O'Connor, and
Yeah.
just like they
Yes.
barely interact the next two movies. Like, okay, that's
It's just
cool.
him and Luda off in the
Yeah,
corner,
that
just like
always bugged me too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on. Yeah.
well, the problem
It's
is that
upsetting.
he was too busy bromancing with Vin to like hang out with his best friend.
that's true.
Mm.
He has a new best friend who happens to be his sister's brother. So I get where he's prioritizing. Tyrese doesn't seem to be wanting for friends in this group. He's got his next buddy. But yes, I do agree. Like it is weird that they don't interact more wittily with each other.
Well,
just
it's
kinda like,
I guess it's kind
hey,
of
you're
the
here.
cost that happens when you have like 9 stars in a freaking,
Very true.
Yeah.
good luck.
And when
so
you're
they bring-
when you're fifth on the list, you're not going
Yeah.
to get to talk to the top two that much. So
Yeah.
So they have the
The
two
an-
precision drivers, which is Vin and Paul. They got I forget what Giselle's role is, other than like sexy Israeli.
Sorry.
I believe that was we need
She
one
doesn't do
sexy
nothing.
Israeli.
Oh,
Because they have Luda there to like do all the electronic stuff,
yeah.
break the safe. They have Tyrese in there to like talk him into whatever situation they can and can't
She's
get out
like
of.
their Black Widow, you know.
Essentially, yeah. I guess she's
Damn.
she's
Did
the
I
Swiss
hear a
Army
K in
knife.
there?
I was
Is she?
Oh no,
Go
Vin
ahead.
said Vin Diesel said, or these Dom said they needed someone who was lethal or something like that. Like basically, she was gonna be like the gunman
Yeah.
if they
She
needed
drove-
someone.
Oh, that's right.
In the end, she just drove the van that housed the dummy, or no, housed the real thing.
She
That's-
drove that lethally.
Yeah.
Well, she also got the fingerprint, or the handprint, which was very necessary. Raised his handprint on her ass.
We're
You
I
can't
would
doing
say-
it, by the way. It's not whatever.
You
What's
can't
up,
say
Pat?
you can't send pregnant
Not
Mia to
always.
do that.
No, you can't. I don't think Dom or Paul were going to let that happen.
What is Hans rolling? I don't even remember now.
Shoot bubble gum
awesome.
so they could say we're all out of bubble gum. I don't know what.
No,
is-
because he's trying to stop smoking, dude. Like he's just like it's just.
Oh,
he's,
they said no. They
he's-
said they needed him to. He needed to be the person who could blend in anywhere. That was literally, I think, Dom's like words, which is
Damn,
interesting.
Rick
to bring
and
him
Morty got it so
to Rio.
right.
It really did.
Like, oh, we'll take the Asian guy to Rio, and he'll blend in anywhere. And then
His two
They
crazy
needed-
buddies.
there's two crazy buddies to break stuff. That was like their the two Dominicans, and I think that's the team, right? Yeah, I got everybody.
no
Uh,
Suki. We left Suki back in two.
she wasn't even part of the group in the second one. She was just
She
like
was-
there.
Yeah, well, she helped like organize stuff. Suki played more of a role than Ja Rule in the first. Like, she's doing more than others. Okay, they could have brought her back sooner.
She's coming back. Let's be real.
I wouldn't either as part of the team, the family, or as part of the cabal. Either
But
way,
she was in it.
Yeah.
She was in it just as
So
much
excited for
as
this
Vin
cabal.
Diesel was in the third one ending credit, and you said he wasn't in it.
I said he was in it.
Oh, okay. I stay.
Wait,
corrected.
She
My
was
bad,
are
brother.
you?
I love you. My bad, dog.
she was in it more than Vin Diesel was
Okay.
in the third one.
Okay. Not that I want to
yeah,
get going on that.
Yeah. So
we
they
can
have a
have this
group,
fight again.
and they start planning. Now this is where we talked about.
Whoa, time out. They have their team, not a group.
Uh-huh.
Team.
Yeah.
Important.
Family. Yes. And they start planning stuff. And the plan was to basically rob the first of his 10 stash houses. And instead of taking the money, which would have added to their, I think they each get, what was it, 11 million a piece or something like that. They burned the first set of money. And they were like, all right, give a message to your boss or whatever. Tell them we're going to come for the rest of it. The idea is to make him scramble and put all of his money into the safe. So he
No,
does.
they want him to put it
exactly
in
what-
one place. And then
That's
he
what I'm saying, yeah,
hits the
his-
safe in the police, and it's like, oh,
Put all his eggs in one basket, and then we get all the eggs.
But the eggs were in the super secure safe that they didn't really plan on. So with
No, they
whatever
did-
money,
I would say, dude,
no,
they,
they
do
didn't plan
plan.
on the safe.
Okay,
Not originally.
No,
Originally,
they,
were just,
they react to it being in the safe, but it's not.
yeah. The plan was just to put it in one spot, and then they find out where it's at, and they're like, it's in a police station in a safe.
And this is the line. This just went from
Okay.
Mission Impossible to Mission Insanity. Best
Yeah.
line in the movie.
Tyrese's line. And then
that's a check.
Yeah, make that page.
and then they pivot to basically saying like, all right, well, we're going to figure out a way to break out of the safe, and so they buy a practice safe and have it shipped. Mind you, The Rock is on their ass trying to figure out what their next plan is, where they're at, and he can't seem to find them in this giant warehouse
He's a bad DEA agent.
where they're able to have a makeshift like fake safe and a test course where they run this like drill about how they're going to like beat the camera with the car.
Yeah, Ocean's 11 style. They have to
Yeah.
set up a fake one.
But
Well, I don't know
where
what
do
money.
they very good point. Like that safe was not cheap.
The safe's not cheap. The warehouse can't be cheap, and they were struggling to have money.
All the
This is why
vehicles
they're doing-
can't be, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they won one of the
Oh,
vehicles.
And they're all doing
they
it
just won races. Yeah.
and they're all doing it quote unquote undercover. Like they're doing it out of sight because they have facial recognition everywhere. But they're still
The Rock still hasn't been able to figure them out.
until essentially they want to be caught, and that's like oh no, now we need to bring in some other people.
Well,
and then they
and
walk
it's like,
out, they walk
they
outside
had
and just like
the-
look up, like it's me.
They had the safe like shipped in, and it's like wouldn't custom that big, picked up on customs. Like we just had a big ass safe shipped in here from a different country.
Like, do you
The
know how
same
much
thing-
money that would be shipping?
Just
Oh,
guys,
man.
that's
It's the same make and model as the one that's in our police station. Odd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
They
Seems
probably
a
want to
bit
back
weird.
up.
Who's
Where
they?
the police? Duh.
So they ship it to a random
Back-
warehouse.
No, they shipped it near the police station. All right. Don't worry
Fair
about
enough.
it. So I don't remember at what point, because at some point Vin Diesel and The Rock become face to face, and that's where he goes, Brazil, and then they all. Then
Well, because they all get burned, apparently. Like, because I believe
Yeah.
his only role
They've
is to
been-
like monitor.
Yeah. They've been constantly doing all kinds of criminal activity, winning cars, buying safes, and then all like they're like, oh, we're all quiet on the Western Front, we're safe here. And then out of nowhere, they're like, what? We've been burned. And then like, oh,
Well,
here's all of our criminal
What ended up
shots.
happening was after their first heist of Reyes' money, where they were all wearing masks. Apparently, Vin has this like super enhancing facial recognition that's magical that can see through masks,
Not Vin.
and The Rock. The Rock has it, and he pulls him up. And
I
then he
was like,
pulls
is
up-
this triple X or?
it's getting better.
Triple X is part of the cabal, by the way. At this point, that's
Oh,
I just
makes
want
sense.
it's his other brother, his twin brother that he didn't mention till now.
Well, this is
Actually,
how we get
it's
into the
just-
Marvel
it's just Ice
universe, with Samuel L. Jackson being the connection.
Oh no.
It's not wait, so it's not Xander Cage, is what you're trying to say? That Xander
No, I'm saying
Cage.
it is, but this is
Okay.
how we get into the Marvel universe, is because
The
Samuel L.
X-verse?
Jackson is in both.
Okay.
But anyway,
don't let Disney buy this.
Oh, they're going to. They have to. So anyway, yeah, they find out that they robbed, and then they start identifying all their like known associates, and they pull up everybody, and that's when Mia's like, "Oh, I've been burned." So now their plan is that we need to get space. What they said. What they end up doing is they blatantly hold a race or start. They're just hanging out, and The Rock shows up and has this like cool line. It's about oh God, I forgot what he says too, but it was like, oh, he asked him. He's like, oh, put your hands up. You're under arrest. And Vin asked Paul Walker. He's like, I don't feel like I'm under arrest. Paul Walker's like, not even a bit. And he's like, well, you need to come with me. And he's like, I'm not doing anything. And he's like, the problem is you thinking you have a goddamn choice in the matter. And he stands there and like he's just sweating profusely.
Yeah, he's just
no one
like
else
it's just dripping. Like they spritzed him. Like
no one else is. Nobody else in his team. Paul Walker, Vin Diesel seemed cool as ice.
And let's not forget that he had like a southern draw in the first couple ones. And then like
That's
it went away.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I'll just give it a minute. It'll sink in.
I don't think so.
You're mistaken thinking you got a goddamn choice, boy.
Your mistake? Thinking you're in America.
You're a long way from home.
This is Brazil.
He stormed it.
You think you got a chance, boy? And then all of a sudden
You've got a goddamn choice in the matter.
Yeah.
Oh, you just sit there. It'll set in.
Oh yeah, it'll set in.
Anyway, this is where he has his famous line where he puts his arms out and everyone pulls up guns behind him.
This is Brazil.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Problem is, you think you're in America. You're not in America.
also, like,
the
what's
Rock-
that matter? Maritime law. Like,
There you go.
I still got a badge. Like Brazil,
Yeah.
or not, dude. You don't. It's
Yeah,
like-
but
tradition,
they
bitch.
got guns.
yeah, true. Puppers, go, pups.
I'd have
go.
been upset though if I were The Rock and
Nice.
like, you guys are my fucking precision team. You could have taken these amateurs down. The fuck were we backing away for?
Just Elena back there shaking the gun like loaded weapon one.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Whoopi Goldberg's best role.
no. Like that you're joking, right? Like not that this is the time or place.
Yes, I
but-
am
okay.
joking.
I'm like, there's so many other good movies, and that's
Nope,
it's like
it's this.
it's this. Okay, fair enough. The one flashback in
Her
anyways.
and John
it was-
Lovitz.
I'm sorry. I'm like I recently watched Sister Act and Sister Act 2, and I'm just like,
No, those are great.
those are so fun.
Almost as good.
I can't wait
So
till
The Rock-
they get wrapped into the franchise as well.
Figure
like
out
they-
some way.
Like they're like, oh, we're putting you in witness protection. We're gonna have one of our oldest vets in the set take you into the convent in Rio, and
we need you to go undercover because our last guy kind of fucked things up.
Perfect.
We still haven't been able to find Brian.
I have no notes.
So the Rock backs down, and this gives Ludacris time to put a bug on them. And then the Rock disappears for the next 20 minutes. Him and his team just disappear. They don't try following these guys or surveilling anything. They just disappear. And this is where I believe because they couldn't master that course or whatever with their car to like get around the cameras, which I don't know why they didn't think of this to begin with. They just decided to go steal police cars.
Well, there's also, and this is all bleeding together. At one point, they do have the race to win cars, and then they all have a race together. And and Dom throws the race because then Brian's like, I finally won a race. Like, yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That.
Well, they have the race to win the car, which again is done off screen because Universal was like, hey, we're gonna get away from this racing bullshit.
Yeah.
And that's the car that they use to try and win to beat the course, and they couldn't do it. Everyone tries.
That's right.
They have this cool like little montage of everyone trying. I think Gal Gadot is the one that gets the closest. So then they decide, since we can't beat the course, they say, I think someone had an offhand comment like, we need invisible cars, and Dom's like, I know where to get invisible cars.
Yep.
So they break into the police station, steal 4 police cars, and then they proceed to, I believe Tyrese literally says over a loudspeaker, if we get this job done, I have all the money in the world I need.
I got 100,000 says I can take you all in the next quarter mile.
Yeah, your broke ass has got 100 grand.
We pull off this job, I will. The next 2 lights, 100,000.
Like, God damn it, Tyrese, why are you part of this group?
Make that paycheck.
But yeah, so they're all lined up in the middle of Brazilian streets at like, I don't know, 2 a.m. or something like that and decide to race. This is the race you're talking about, Pat, where he eases up on the gas at the very end to like give Paul Walker an extra $1 million. That's what they're racing for.
For family.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all getting ready to get, I believe they're getting set to, this is where after they have the police car, the last thing they need is Reyes' handprint. They have the scene with Gal Gadot where she goes and gets the handprint. They get it back. Ludacris and Tyrese make fun of her. And I think they get ready to go do the heist. And as soon as the morning of the heist or whatever, they get some false information saying like, the Rock is across town, so this is our best window to do it. They sent half the team off. The other half is getting ready to leave, and the Rock shows up because he spoofed this tracker that they had on him. And this is where you get that like awesome fight scene where they break everything. And Dom gets a wrench in his hand again.
He's like, "Oh no, got another wrench in my hand!" Just like,
crazy wrench, man!
Just like my buddy Sean in the first opening minutes of Tokyo Drift. He's got a wrench. That's
that how is true. I forgot about it.
Oh wow, that was a little callback, huh?
Mm-hmm. That was nice. Good one, Kim.
Yeah.
So this is the only fight between the two which Dom wins.
It's
the only fight between the two.
It's a draw. It's one of those things where it's like like I said,
Dom wins.
Dom
wins.
Dom at the end of the fight is when he doesn't bash his head open with a wrench.
Yeah, mind you, the Rock did use a wrench to like try and get the upper hand. So Dom is the better is the better the moral fighter out of this situation.
Fair enough.
But he still gets arrested.
Yeah.
Even after he hulks out for a minute.
But I thought this was Brazil. Why would he look like that? Seems so odd.
Yeah. See?
No, the warehouse is not Brazil.
No.
Yeah, the warehouses don't have
maritime
lines. Okay.
Yeah, told you.
So they're making their way back to, I guess, the airport or whatever, and this is when the Rock's...
RPG.
There we go. He gets ambushed.
But this is also we should remember Vince has come back at this point and been forgiven.
Yeah. He's back.
Yes, correct. Well, no, he saves Mia. Mia's out shopping like an idiot. She's getting groceries or something at like a grocery market, like a
a market,
farmer's market or something. Yeah. And Vince pulls her aside and it's like, "Hey, they've been following you," and it's Reyes' men. So I don't know. Reyes' men were able to find him, even though The Rock has all the technology, and he couldn't find him.
Oh, I mean, Reyes' men. He owns the police. Like it's. Like they're not short on
The Rock,
I
guess,
has facial recognition that pulls masks off people and shows you who's underneath.
That's totally fair, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like Reyes is suddenly face off. It's not like Reyes is completely without resources. Is my point.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
In fact, so like The Rock, yeah, I mean, he's got. We would assume he has satellites and stuff, but people are just calling Reyes like, yeah, there she is. You know what I mean? He has resources, eyes on the ground.
Yeah,
true.
I think we literally see like satellite images while The Rock is talking to people. Like, give me a satellite in here. Like,
basically. So anyway, this is how Vince gets back in the good graces of Dom. They apparently have dinner.
Can't say man, family.
You always have to have a big barbecue.
And he's like, I named my baby after you.
Corona.
Yeah. His name is Nico, but
Corona. That should be it. Oh God.
Little Rhoda. Come here.
Right. Little did they know.
So yeah, he basically says you got to meet him or whatever. And then he has to be part of this heist, even though, Dom set it up with everybody else. He's like, yeah, no problem. You can come edging on everybody else's big winnings this time. No one's going to mind. They cut those down because you showed up. So he gets arrested just like everybody else because he's part of that other half that gets hauled in by The Rock. They're on their way. They get ambushed. The Rock's entire team gets massacred, which I thought they were better than that, but they're not.
Not the entire team. Elena makes it out. She's got that really cross on her. She's like, I got that.
I got the team. I got the team symbol. I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I got the lowercase t for Torreto. It's okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, it's not a little cross. It's just a lowercase t for Torreto.
It's a lowercase.
I won't forget my name.
That's how he marks all his women. He just hands them these necklaces.
Goes in the bag.
T's.
Yeah, goes in the bag, pulls out these.
Got him for days.
Got him cheap for every in Brazil.
Fucks with you once in a while, pulls it out. He's like, hand shark. Just
we lost him completely. He's like, hand shark. He's bringing in the street sharks. I can't even.
I'm in.
He's laughing too hard.
I live my life 2 necklaces at a time. Okay.
You get one, I get one.
This you got to wear it though, so I know if I slept with you previously.
Don't hold it. It'll turn your hand green.
By the way, and by the way, Letty's my ride or die. But anyways, carry on.
But she ain't here.
Yeah. Golly, he switched up quick, didn't he?
Oh, bro, he tries to do it every time she turns her back.
Yeah, yeah. What am I talking about? Obviously,
he was doing the same thing at Race Wars.
Yeah,
walks up and it's like, I smell skanks.
Yeah, that's right.
Literally, anytime she turns her back, he's like, "Oh, how about you two?"
Letty goes off.
Right?
Letty sneezes and the sneeze without even
when they go back to Race Wars. No,
she's out to get like groceries and stuff. Like Letty's not here anymore.
Like, yeah, she's good. Well, what if he has problems with object permanence?
That could be it.
That's it. Just like it's out. Yeah. It's
just all the damage. I thought you died.
I died. I went to the door to get the pizza.
Yeah.
There's more than one boy in this room.
I thought you were dead.
I mourned you for 30 seconds. So what is her name?
Elena.
Elena
breaks them out. So they end up rescuing the Rock with all their guns and killing his team. Mind you, 9 Lives is still there and alive, even though he should have been killed with everybody else.
Yeah,
he's literally standing in the middle of everybody.
Standing in the middle. They're just like, "Is this what do you want from me? Is this what you want?" He's just
9
doing
Lives. Fusco, Reyes' right hand man. You remember he's a little dude that he's literally at the end of you see him standing in the middle of everyone dying after each scene that there's a massacre. He was at the beginning. He's the one that's like when they're on the train, he's like, "Where is she going?" And he pulls the gun on Dom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
He should have died on the train there.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Plot armor. He's got that plot armor.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, you got it until you don't, man.
Yeah.
I think at this point during the shootout, Vince gets hit. And while he's in the van, he's like, "Oh, you got to see my son that we named after you.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That you didn't see when you first got here.
But
he first came to my house and you totally missed his ass."
I think you said it earlier. Didn't he say his name is Nico though?
It's short for Dominic.
Short for Dominic.
Dominico.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back on. Okay, carry on.
So he ends up dying immediately after that. They show him on a table.
I know.
It was literally like
immediately
like smash cut.
One of only two guys to ever actually be written out of the series.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as we know, until he shows up at the Cabal. Until he shows up at the Cabal. Maybe.
I wasn't dead, you asshole. You left me.
Or we get time traveling Nico, who's like, you let my father die. You said he was family. He's like, who are you? I got this tea from my mom. That 11 million you left us ran out.
No, it's his kid.
That's why his name Nico. He's like, he just didn't know. Dom was like, Letty left the room for a minute, and Dom's like, I can't go on without her. I need to know love again of a family. Dom's atrocious. This is bad.
Mind you, I remember watching this scene. It was hilarious. One, it was hilarious because it goes straight from like, you need to meet my son to he's dead now. And then they give this like speech about like, I think Tyrese is like, hey, your man's dead on the table over there. Everything's triple secured. Like, there's no way to do this mission. And he's like, well, you're all free to make your own decisions. And he's getting ready to like walk away. And The Rock's like, I'll ride with you. Mind you, when he gave this whole when there was this whole back and forth between him and Tyrese for like 5 minutes, The Rock's just been standing there, chilling, waiting for a chance to say, I'll ride with you. And they literally pan over to him when he says, I ride with you. And people are like, oh shit, The Rock's still here. He's been listening to us this whole time.
It'd be great. They just pan back, like if you cut back and forth, like he's making himself a coffee, and he's just sitting there drinking it. They cut back away to something else, another person.
He's just making himself espresso in here. Damn.
Yes, exactly.
I'm in. I'll ride with you, Torreto. At least until we kill that son of a bitch.
The Batcave is awesome. Wish I'd found it sooner. So then Paul Walker's like, fine, we're all like, finish this mission or whatever together. And so this is when they decide, instead of sneaking around like the original plan was, they're just going to break into the police station, latch two things onto their Mustangs and take off.
They steal a safe and in the process destroy Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take out an entire bank, and Mia laughs about it.
And all the cops. Bank. And all the cops. And mind you, too, there's a point where they I think they say it because they want to be like, oh no, we're not anti-cop. They're like, you've got every corrupt cop on your tail. It's like, how do you know every corrupt cop? Like, why not just every cop? Because
are they a cop?
I'm just saying, like, this movie is trying to skirt the fact of ACAB. They're like, you just got them. Like, they could have came out and said ACAB, but they said, oh, you just got the bad ones.
Hey, if you feel offended by it, you're one of the corrupt cops. Just put it that way.
No, and you're right. There'd probably be good ones in there too. But since
they're all dead.
It was Reyes's money and he controlled all the bad cops are in his pocket.
Did he tell the good cops to take the day off?
He called them first. You know what I mean? He called them first, so I get it. But yeah, how the fuck do you know?
I think we are to believe that Reyes owns all the cops.
Yeah, and that's
I think it's kind of like there's no non-Reyes cops.
I agree. I'm just saying that I find it funny that that they make a point and say you've got every corrupt cop on your tail. It's like, that's you're.
Now, hey, I got a better joke. Oh, so you just mean cops?
Yeah.
I think that's what she was hinting at.
Yeah.
It should be pointed out that this is one of the coolest scenes
in movie
anywhere in the franchise and in the movie. It is amazing watching them destroy this entire city with a safe that there's no way those cars could pull under any circumstances. That safe is not going anywhere.
No, I think some of the notes that Justin Lin got from this was
I can do whatever I want.
Well, that too, but Universal was getting notes or getting feedback from people saying that they got burnt out on the CGI from, I believe 4 had a lot of it in that tunnel scene. 3 had some of it, not as much. And 2 is definitely all CGI. Like John Singleton, I don't know if he actually shot any real cars or whatever. But so that's why they went to more of this practical effect of the safe thing. So they actually destroyed actual sections that they built up. Yeah.
No, they just destroyed Rio. Like, yeah, it's fine. We got this. you want to shut down the street? Nah, let's make it look real.
I did. So, yeah, they did a great job because it does. You feel like because it is practical that you feel so much more like, okay, this is cool.
Oh man, they killed so many people.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you weren't a fan of Reyes before, you might have been a fan. You might have been a fan of Reyes afterwards, when it's a couple of Americans came in and destroyed Rio. It'd be real hard to kind of counter that.
Like, you're a bad guy. You killed 2,000 people. Buildings collapsed because of you.
We lost our bank, for God's sakes.
It's the only bank.
So then they pull the switcheroo because they carved out a 10-second window, which I don't know how Mia is able to see any of this. She doesn't have a camera, by the way. She's just hearing police scanners. So I don't know where the fuck she got that from.
They've got trackers on all of it. She's Overwatch. She's
fair enough.
Oracle.
She's doing that. They do the switcheroo, and then they get to the bridge. And I guess because it's a straightaway that they can't outrun these guys somehow because they're dragging the safe, I suppose. So Dom's telling Paul Walker to just cut and take off with Mia, and he'll feel like clean up afterwards. So somehow I think he ends up cutting Paul Walker manually, like he does it on his own. Mind you, they're both
they're
separately connected. Yeah. They're separately
he's like,
connected.
I'm not leaving you, it's family. And he's like, it's
Dom put an override in. Sorry, go ahead.
Basically. And then he turns around and drags the safe and starts smashing. He starts doing like snake patterns to start destroying every. I don't know why any of these cops were like falling for it. Oh, he's going left. I'll go right. Oh, there's the safe. So he takes out the rest of Reyes' men, plus apparently the car that's holding what's his name in this new movie? What's it? Jason Momoa takes out that car, knocks it into the water.
Wait, what?
So
I know Momoa's in the upcoming movie, but
Reyes is Momoa's father. Is the context? Am I wrong?
Either
spoilers.
Older brother.
Okay.
Spoilers
father
for all this,
older brother.
For
wow,
the trailer.
all right, cool.
He's like, "Oh, you took out my family, so and you took all my family's money."
Okay.
No. And he was apparently if you watch the trailer, the way it's cut, he was in one of the cars that went over the side.
He's a gunner. If you watch the fifth movie, after all the police cars get taken out by the safe, there's two cars left, which is Reyes and Fusco in it, and there's another one that has like a railgun. You don't see you shooting the railgun; you just see a guy pop out of it. They retcon this because in Vin Diesel starts, again doing his snake pattern, swings the car around. Safe takes out that, like smashes it off to the side, like all over the bridge and into the water. When you watch the trailer for this new movie, you see that they retcon Momoa in as the gunner for that, and he gets tossed into the water.
Wow.
Then Reyes,
but fuck it, let's go with it. Who cares?
I mean, it's kind of cool because again,
we went to space. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they didn't actually show the face of the gunner, so it's
okay.
Plausible in that regard. You see the back, you just see him pop out of the thing from the back,
just like you didn't see Han in the car that was on fire.
Or you never saw John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
He was in that movie? Are you sure?
What's up?
He was in that movie?
No.
Well, you didn't see him.
John Cena.
You just didn't see him. Reyes, I believe. Car smashes. A car smashes into Reyes' car. I think that's the end of him. Oh no. He ends up getting. He crawls out of the car, whatever it be. Yeah, he crawls out of the car at the end. Fusco comes out and he points a gun at Dom. Dom thinks he's about to die. Paul Walker apparently didn't leave. Comes back, shoots Fusco, and then The Rock shows up. Puts two into Reyes and says, "That's from a team, you son of a bitch." Just like that.
No, you some bitch.
You some bitch.
Some bitch.
Yeah. Some bitch.
Help me. It's for my team, you son of a bitch.
By the way, you keep saying Fusco so much, I keep hearing Cusco from Emperor's New Groove, and it's that's just
better movie. Better movie.
And then, in my head.
Same characters, canonical. He's all part of the universe too.
Yeah,
is he?
No,
he's part of the cabal.
He's like,
boom, baby.
I don't know why this popped in my head. I think only because when The Rock started again, we touched on this, how he has like that Southern draw. And then later he's so gung-ho on being not native. Why can't I think of it?
Hawaiian, Samoan?
Samoan, yeah, for sure. I'm like,
yeah, that is weird. Yeah,
different. You know what I mean?
South Samoa.
Southpaw, is that what you said?
That's what it is.
South Samoa.
Oh, gotcha.
I will say, I will here.
Samoa would be a Texas.
Well, no, you could definitely have the story arc or the fact that he code switches, like to be ingratiated better with the DEA and be accepted.
Why the South though?
Because he's just trying to fit in, so he just starts to affect. Like maybe he was initially stationed in the South for the DEA, and so he starts a code switch for that reason.
Hold on,
it's a possibility.
Vin Diesel just texted and said, "Hell no, fuck that guy." I guess that's not it.
Thank you for the clarity, Vin. We definitely appreciate it. We appreciate your subscription to our Patreon.
Hell no, fuck that guy.
I believe that's a direct quote.
Good. I'm glad he's listening.
And I believe this is where The Rock lets them go because
for 24 hours because he's like
24-hour head start.
I'm not made that way.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, his 24 hours is apparently like months.
Yeah,
he doesn't know.
I mean, look how hard it was to find him initially.
When you're in the same goddamn town as them.
Yeah. Well, it is also when The Rock opens up the safe. There's no monies.
Yeah, there's no monies. It's not.
Which, by the way, he opens it up pretty easily. I'm surprised the door didn't fall off that thing.
Yeah, because they drag it through half the city. I say half because the first half was the other one.
Well,
so
I'm just saying,
like, I feel like the door
crack
came
it
off
in
that
the first
earlier.
place. Then if they could just drag it to bust it open.
Yeah. That whole scene at the very end where you use
it's the one the one's broken is the one that they never.
Then why are they practicing on that one?
Because
they broke it.
Yeah, they broke
it from the inside.
But I mean, I thought the replica, like that means
it's supposed to have the replica security.
Durable.
Yeah.
Right.
Like so it wasn't like a styrofoam one that was painted black.
If all you had to do was just drag it, then you could have just drug it anyway.
But Tej was able to open both of them, and that's the point. Is that he didn't set the combination back when he closed it. He's just like just put some tape on it, and then they ran their thing.
Yeah, but and then also now that I'm thinking about, I'm wrong anyway because like sure, but if they did that with the real one, that would like cause a show, and they wouldn't be able to switch it out in the back of the truck underneath the bridge. You know what I mean? Like then the people be onto them. They're like, the people who just drug the safe through the city. Yeah, they're just celebrating with the money in the middle of the Times Square. Like,
monies!
Yeah. This one did have monies.
We switched the wrong one. God damn it.
Go back.
I believe they call that an oopsie.
Wouldn't that be some
I just pulled a Homer Simpson.
So then we get this montage. Yeah, go ahead, Pat.
No, please, go ahead.
We get the montage of what everyone's doing with their money. Again, it's been months. We got Tej who opened up a goddamn what is it? A repair shop, apparently in the U.S. somewhere.
He just took over Torreto's shop. That's all that he did.
He's a wanted man.
Is he?
Yes. That's the whole point of them getting burned. He was literally this. He was the third face that showed up when they were burning people.
You're talking the end of number 5, right?
5, yeah. The end of number 5.
They're all wanted.
I'm just saying to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna open up another shop. Like that's
damn. Are they really all wanted? Then like, how does anything happen from this point on?
Because they're superheroes.
Yeah,
because somebody's got to die.
They just make a deal with whoever for the next movie.
Nobody.
But after this, Brian isn't a cop anymore. I mean, we'll get into it later.
Brian wasn't a cop.
Brian's left being a cop way behind.
As soon as he busted Vin out before the start of 5, he was no longer a cop.
Yeah.
In 4, he was a cop.
Yeah, 4 he was.
So literally the last movie.
No, in 4 he was an agent.
Yeah, he's a law.
But fine.
He's a law enforcement agent.
Worked for the man. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was like, that was definitely the last movie.
So
he's a.
But from this one on, like going into our next series or whatever, the next episode, he's not. That's right.
Well, I think he gets his record cleared in the next one anyway, in 6 or whatever.
Do you think maybe
it's pretty easy to do that?
And maybe
apparently for Brian it is
or not, but maybe he did the same thing for his bros, his family. That would explain. That would be the only way for them to be able to explain, like Tej having a shop in broad daylight.
No, we're not there yet. It's just he just did. He's rich.
He's rich.
Okay, he's rich. Okay. That's it. That is he's rich. He bought a new ID. Like I mean,
what's his name? Roman's buying cars off the Sheik, and they're all just doing random shit with their money, except for, and I think this is where Giselle and Han drive off, and they're gonna go to somewhere before they get to Tokyo. Tokyo can wait. Yeah, make out town.
They go to Themyscira. We don't know.
Yeah. And this is where Dom completely forgets about Lady and starts shacking up with Lena.
Dead.
Yeah, Lady's dead. She's
and Dom, with the power to turn any police officer to his side, just starts plowing Elena.
It's his mutant ability.
Given the circumstances, like Hobbs would look at it, they'd be like, just turn a cop like that. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, I turned Brian just like I turned you, Elena. I can turn Hobbs too.
Yes. I need 20 minutes and a dream.
You never know that underneath his shirt, Brian has this little tiny T on his.
Oh my gosh!
It'd be even better if the Rock had one.
Yeah, a little.
This is a Professor X level. Like all of those T's are control devices.
Right.
We get the last race between. What's up?
No, go ahead.
We get the last race between Dom and Paul Walker, and they kind of drive off in the sunset, and then we get the cutscene with The Rock and what's her name from part 2?
Eva Mendes.
Eva Mendes, yes. Which I wonder if she's like, "Fuck, you screwed me over, Rock. I could have been in the rest of these movies."
Yeah,
I mean, if she wanted to, I'm sure she could make a comeback. It's not like they're.
How is she not in more of them?
She's busy doing Ghost Rider. I don't know.
Still entertaining. This is where
she didn't have a hit and run.
What? No. Why you gotta bring that up? Why you gotta sully the good name of Michelle Rodriguez? How dare you?
Someone said Michelle Rodriguez. You did.
I'm saying it because Letty is.
She didn't have a hit and run. If there's one thing I've known about that, like
hit and runs.
Two things I picked up.
Two things I know about hit and runs, and I know it's your fault.
Ken Bro's got a little something against her, and then in the first episode, you just couldn't get over the fact that the Torreto family should have enough money already, like between these shops.
Yes,
he's just like
they were well off,
very bad,
but they're making
very bad with money. They're very bad with it. They are bad.
I get it.
Every dime they make goes into him repairing that car because he fucks it up after every race.
Did you see how much money he left little Nico?
Low key,
way too much.
Jesse.
Hey, it's his kid. He knows what's going on.
What's that?
He said Retired Giant was commenting. He's like, wait, he left a lot of money to Nico. It's like, yeah, because it's his kid. Like that's
he left way too much.
Yeah,
it was like his entire share.
It's child support. He's like,
what does he need money for? He's got family.
Yeah.
And I got family's money too.
Letty's alive.
20. Oh yeah, that's the reveal at the beginning.
Letty's alive.
Yes, that was a big reveal.
And spoiler alert, she's got amnesia. What?
Yeah, she's out robbing armored military convoys
with British people.
Yes.
With British people. Yeah.
Yep. That's what's happening.
I just want them to like have that scene. Maybe it's like 30 seconds where she wakes up in the hospital in Los Angeles, like, where's everybody?
Who am I? What's happening? You know what I should do? Go rob some shit.
Like you can't take that out of her, no matter what.
That's something I would do. Yeah. Yeah, that's
as long as they're not in the truck, I'm fine.
Yeah, she stays away from trucks specifically. She doesn't know her name, but she's like, you know what? I don't trust no truck.
What if she gets in like a fear state whenever she sees a truck, just freezes up? Letty, you sure you're okay for this? No.
Oh man, I don't want no trucks.
She starts becoming what's the name from Aliens? It's game over, pal.
It's all over, man. Game over.
Get on me, pal.
Game over, man.
Yeah, so
why don't you just make her in charge, Dan?
Why don't you just put her in charge?
Which one's that?
Aliens. Second one.
What's his name? Bill Paxton?
Bill Paxton.
But then she looks over. How do I get out of this chicken shit operation?
So that is the movies.
That's Fast 3 through 5. 4 and 5. Those are probably the best ones, right?
Yeah. Excluding one?
Excluding Point Break.
How dare you, sir?
Okay, yeah.
It's called Fast Break.
Yeah, I think 4 and 5. Yeah, excluding one. That's fair.
It's because it's also like it's just because it does feel like that Back to the Future 2 and 3, where it's like filmed together. It wasn't filmed together, but because it just essentially picks up right as the other one is going on, it just feels like it feels more cohesive.
Yeah, they're more cohesive, but they feel like entirely different films.
Right.
Like in the beginning, it's cohesive, and then part 5, just the moment they say heist, it's an entirely different film.
Yeah, it goes right to a heist film, which I just realized that guest of the pod, Jason Patrick Gallett's gonna be upset we left him out of the heistiest of all films. He's gonna be like, "How dare you? You covered the heist without me."
We will discuss this again in a heist movie discussion.
Yes.
When you say the heist movie, do you mean the movie called
Just
Heist?
When we talk about heist.
I mean, that will be involved probably.
Is that the one with Eddie Murphy?
That's
Tower
Heist.
Gene Hackman one.
Oh, Tower Heist.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tower Heist is the Gene Hackman is Heist.
Yes,
it's just called Heist.
Danny DeVito, I think, too,
and Rebecca Pigeon. Is that her, really Sam Rockwell? Oh my goodness,
Pigeon. We
can cover Heist on the DL podcast because yes. Oh God, it feels so good.
Oh, we got Blade.
Man.
2.
I got them all, baby.
Blade 3.
You can't. Don't be excited you have Blade 3. Don't be excited you have Blade Trinity. Don't be excited about that.
Yeah.
You do that with shade.
Don't get me wrong. If you got some free time, we can go through the Blade trilogy as well. Because I got
for word front to back. You know what I mean?
I mean, aside from Ken Smears, we can go through that series as well.
I'm just saying, some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. That's the takeaway.
Kenron got me into that too, man. He would bring home the best of the best. You know what I mean? Of course, because he works there. And one thing that I would do that he hated I would eat all his candy when he was fucking gone somewhere. Watch the movies, eating the candy, come home, he's like, God dang it. I'm like,
sounds like a Han kind of move.
Apparently I said like Hobbs in this. Sure. I had a southern accent.
You son of a bitch.
Where's my candy?
And then so with Blade, I was even surprised my mom let me watch that. I mean, that's a whole nother story. I don't think she really cared.
I was gonna say, I'm assuming she had no idea what the content was.
Yeah,
we also can't ask her.
She probably did.
It's like, oh, look, a shaft with a blade.
And so, but she had a brown trench coat, not black, but a brown one. So I wear that with brown shorts, and brown pants, and brown everything. And Kenron had a sword that he made in wood shop that he sanded down so it wasn't like sharp on the edges and whatnot. And I ran around with that for like a week and a half, thinking I was fucking Blade. Loved it. Loved
because
it.
you were Blade.
My life.
That's because you were Blade.
We'll have to do the Blade trilogy with
all
right.
Whenever we're done with this, if you guys need me, on your next one, let me know. If not, that's fine too. But it's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Likewise, man. Thank you.
Thanks for joining. Because it's about family.
Love you, brother.